The last time I ran in a race, I lost. And when I say I lost, I don't simply mean that I didn't finish first. I really, really lost. My daughter had used her cute little face to persuade me to participate in the dad's race at her sports day. I lined up with the other dads at the start, looking along the 20 metres or so to the finish, hoping, just hoping that I could finish somewhere near the middle of the pack and not embarrass myself too much. The head teacher said go, and we ran. We ran for our children. We ran for our pride. Oh, how we ran. Well, everyone else ran. What I did was run for a bit and then fall. Oh, how I fell. I fell. But then I picked myself up and I finished last. I lost. You know, we live in a world that is obsessed with winners and losers. Results are what count. We leave unsatisfied if our heroes in films and TV fail in their quest or find themselves defeated by the enemy. We need them to win. Our governments and economies are based on the idea that those who win, those who make the most money or get the most votes, those who achieve the highest should have the most power and influence and are deemed to be the most successful. Rarely do they account for the fact that we're not all starting from a level playing field, or that the voices of the minority sometimes need to be heard too. All this means that we are taught from a very young age to push ourselves forwards to try and achieve. We test our children so we know which ones are best and worst at maths or English or science. Our workplaces are set up in such a way that we are valued according to how much we earn for the company or by the results we get. But not everyone can be first. Too often the world values us according only to our achievements. Now, I'm not here today to take down capitalism or our voting system. It's not my job to reform education or the workplace, not today at least. But what I do want to tell you is this. Faith did not care that I lost that race. She didn't need me to win. For her, the most important thing was that her daddy lined up on the start line to represent her. She didn't care that I fell. Actually, she thought that was hilarious. She didn't mind that I finished last because she loves me, because I'm her dad. The great thing about truly loving relationships that we have with God and that we have with one another is that they don't demand that we're always winners. They don't demand that we're always the best, that we never make mistakes. Loving relationships allow us to try and fail. They are gracious to us when we're struggling. They forgive us when we make mistakes. Loving relationships continue to love us when we lose. These are the sorts of the loving relationships we're called to exercise as a church of God. The sort of love the Bible talks about, the patient, kind, honouring love described in 1 Corinthians 13, values other people for who they are. People, human beings created in the image of a loving God. They value us for being us, for being there. To love other people like this means for us to raise them up, to put them first. It means to listen to their ideas and needs and desires, to seek them and meet them, no matter how much value that relationship might provide back to me, no matter what I might get back from my investment in it. I continue to put in to those relationships, to give. And by loving this way, we can exercise grace and forgiveness without judgment. We can look for the best in others and promote it. We can find joy in celebrating other people's achievements. And in a loving church, we can find others who will do the same for us. We can give and receive a depth of relationship that comes not from what you might achieve, not from how good you are at something, but from who you are, from knowing that you do not need to win the race in order to be loved. You just need to be you.